Yo, what's good, Guap League or no league in this thing? I want to say I love everybody watching this video. Thank you so much for wanting to become a better human being, male or female. You know, this video is going to have a lot of value for you. So I wanted to speak today on this topic of getting rejected or getting selected. Which one are you doing more of? So many times people ask me, how are you getting so many girls? Or how do you consistently have girls? How can you just talk to anybody? And I'm going to touch on this subject a lot throughout my videos, guys, a lot through my videos. But if you think of women as a test, are you doing the homework necessary to feel comfortable taking that test? And when I talk about the homework necessary, if you know that you're going to be going out on Saturday, are you working out Monday? Are you reading on Tuesday? Are you journaling on Wednesday? Are you drinking water on Thursday? Are you engaging in activities and events that are beneficial to your cognitive ability to be able to think and act in social situations? So many times people are looking for a formula. They're looking for a canned set of responses and recipes that make them more comfortable in social situations. And those can work, but what's better than just improving the general quality of your life so that you attract better in your life? There's nothing better than that. This creation of a YouTube video is an example of that. I could spend my time looking at Instagram, watching stuff on TikTok, not gaining any real value or any real knowledge, and going out into the field and feeling the side effects of those consequential actions. And one thing that I want you guys to understand right now is if you get out into the game, you need to practice. There's reps that need to be done. And then there's only things that you can learn inside of game time. So it brings up the concept of are you being rejected or are you being selected? Because it's one or the other. And to give you guys an example, if you're out in the club or you out in the streets trying to go hunting, trying to find something to play with, man, if you're not shooting shots, then you're rejecting yourself. Think about it. Your soul wants to shoot. You see something and it pulls at you inside, like, let's go get it, let's go grab it. And then you're the person that's putting a cap on that intention, on that potential, on that what could be. That's rejecting yourself right there. And if you're going to reject yourself before you even get into the game, man, we need to have a conversation. This is Coach Guap Brady, Coach Trish, just getting down to business with you guys. That if you're rejecting your own shots, you're your own worst enemy. You're your own shot blocker, bro. I'll never get mad if I'm playing ball with somebody and they're trying to drive the lane and they're trying to shoot and they're trying to become a better basketball player. Because I'd rather that person, I could work with that person instead of trying to work with somebody that's just blocking their own shots, saying that they can't make the shot before they even try and shoot. And that's the thing you got to understand. When you're in the field, you got A or B, you got pass or fail, and you got to understand from the top down that it's all on your shoulders. You're the one that decides. So are you going to reject yourself or are you going to select yourself? By selecting yourself, you're hitting the gym, you're drinking your water, you're doing all these things that necessarily make you a better human being. And the thing is, these canned responses will get you so far, but there's nothing more magical than just seeing yourself become a better person and then watching the fruits of your labor go ahead and attack that. So many times we want to chase after fruit, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like just trying to get some cheeks, trying to get a beautiful girl, trying to get some attention, and they think that is going to solve all their problems. No, sir. Watering your plants are going to solve your problem. Providing nutrients and figuring out what's missing in the necessary formula for success that make you feel confident walking into any situation. One thing that I want to instill in all of you young men out there, and if there's any young ladies watching this is just as valuable information to you. But if you walk into a social situation knowing that you can add value to any table that you sit at, that's a powerful feeling, and you magnate that. You have a magnetic outward expression of that where you can sit down and add value to people. And I encourage you to find things that add value. And one thing that you're going to do to add value is being passionate about what you're passionate about. So many times people want to get into hobbies or subjects that don't interest them so that they can interest another person. I think the coolest thing is when a girl is a nerd and she's passionate about being a nerd. And I think girls think the same thing. I'm only speaking from my personal experience. Some of these other professors or other coaches or other teachers out here might disagree. But if you're passionate about Dungeons and Dragons and you're unashamed, unabashed, just totally not embarrassed by being in love with Dungeons and Dragons, and you let that energy show through, that's going to get you selected, homie. Girls are weird at heart. We're all weird at heart. There's always a nerd underneath the soft or hard exterior of a beautiful woman. She's got things that she does behind closed doors. She's got chapters of her book that she doesn't want to read out loud. We all do. And you got to understand, you don't have to be perfect to pull, brother. You just got to be better than you were yesterday. You got to be on top of your game better than you were before. And that's what progress is. If you feel like you're getting better, your life is going to get better. If you notice that you're doing the homework and taking care of the activities that need to be done, you're selecting yourself. You're selecting yourself over selecting TikTok. You're selecting yourself over selecting Instagram. You're selecting yourself over selecting an activity with somebody else that doesn't necessarily make you a better person at the end of the day. Then you're going to get rejected, and you're rejecting yourself. And if you reject yourself, who the hell is going to accept you? You got to understand that. Nobody wants to accept somebody that rejects themselves. That just leads to more rejection in that person's life. And, sometimes you'll slip through the cracks, but that's the exception. That's not the rule. You guys want to be that person that accepts great things in their life, and then you'll have more great things that come. To those that have everything, they'll be given more. And to those that have not, everything shall be taken. I don't know if that's a direct quotation from the Bible, but there's some truth in that statement right there. Nobody wants a loser. Like, if you think about it, girls love players because they love to be selected. Think about that for a second. Like, if you look at a high value man and you take, for example, that he's choosing to spend his time with you, and you take your time and you value it like that, and you understand that you could spend your time however you want, and you select this female to spend time with, my goodness, she's going to feel that energy. And if she doesn't respect that energy, she's going to get kicked to the curb. That's another topic I want to talk about, man. It's be ready to walk away, stand up for yourself, and have a line in the sand that you're not willing to cross. And at the end of the day, I cannot stress this enough, young men. I cannot stress this enough. She'll be back. I want to hit that over the head for you guys. So many times I've been in depressed situations where I was simply thinking that I wasn't going to find a better situation. Lo and behold, I go ahead and better myself, because nobody's at 100%. If you lose a girl while you're a 7, you can't even think about the girls that you're going to get at 8, 9, and 10. So why are you worried about what you lost? It's like dropping a weapon when you're level 13, baby. When level 18 and level 20 rolls around, you're not even worried about that weapon anymore. And that weapon is going to want to be wielded by you in the future, because you have better opportunities to get better weapons. And I don't mean to trivialize the female emotions in that sense, but just think about it from that perspective, that analogy, that kind of like topical ideal, that if you get better, if you could hold this in your hand when you're worse, why wouldn't you be able to hold this in your hand when you're better? And nobody's perfect. Everybody has progression to be made. Me, other high value men, Obama, across the board. There's nobody that's perfect. There's nobody that has no improvement to be done tomorrow or today. So think about that and take that action, take that stride, take that strength. If you're looking for actionable steps to make your life better, I'm going to go over these on every single video that I go over, but you need to start doing these 4 pillars. You need to start working out immediately. That's the first thing that you should do. You're going to see an immediate reaction from your physical body that's going to send stimulus to your conscious mind that's going to show you that you are progressing. So if you're not doing your push-ups every single day, you need to start doing your push-ups every single day without question, without failure. Do not break the chain. If you are not doing your push-ups, that's the first thing that you can do to become better. If you can't do push-ups, you need to hit the treadmill. If you can't hit the treadmill, then my goodness, you need to figure out a better plan, man. Get some physical activity, because motion creates emotion. Second, you need to be journaling. Do a self-check-in. So many high-value men that don't do any self-check-ins with themselves. They just let it's like driving your car for hundreds of thousands of miles and not doing an oil change. You don't check in with yourself. You don't see what's hurting. Is my jaw hurting? Is my back hurting? Is my soul hurting? Do I miss this person? Why do I miss this person? Do check-ins every single day. There's these things called morning papers where you do 3 pages of stream of consciousness writing. If you're serious about getting better in your life, you'll go ahead and look this up. If you're serious about increasing the quality of your life and selecting yourself and not rejecting yourself so you can get selected by beautiful women and not rejected by beautiful women, then you're going to go ahead and look up morning pages. On top of that, on top of working out, on top of journaling, you need to meditate. This is something that's completely missing, especially out of the Black community. There's so many problems that can be solved internally without having to go into existential dread or existential explosion, like so many times that we do. And then after meditation, you're gonna want to read. You're gonna want to become a better person. There's something about reading that just connects the synapses inside of the brain that makes you a better person, and it makes you feel like a better person. And when you feel like a better person, you attract better people. And when you attract better people, that momentum builds on top of itself. So do not break the chain. If you do all these 4 things, you do them every single day, you start waking up early, you start seeing yourself become better in the mirror, then that progression naturally takes place and you start naturally attracting other people that are better in your life. And I think that's what my boy Johnny was telling me, like, about if you got natural game and then you got game. And, you know, I focus on natural game, and it's done dividends for me. I've done things that men would strive to do for, like people that have a lot more money than me at the current moment. Let me tell you that at the current moment, it's not forever. Nothing is forever. You could be on top today, on bottom tomorrow. So it just depends. What skill set are you taking with you if you hit the bottom? What makes you at the top? Is it your car? Is it the money in your bank account? But I'm getting a little bit off topic, but take this information, treat talking to women like a test. And if you do the homework, you'll have the answers and you'll feel confident. That's one of the biggest pieces of game I can give you guys. Without further ado, I love you guys so much. It's Guap League or no league. If you got this far in the video, go ahead, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Help me out, help me grow this channel. I'd love to be able to give more to more men because I know this information is valuable. So until then, I love you guys so much. Let's go have a wonderful day.